Hey everybody, Cream Puff here, coming back at y'all with another tier list. This time I'm going to be ranking the current Black Bulls members as of May 2021. It's just going to be based on how much I enjoy their character, and let's see where everybody ends up. Alright, so starting off first, we're going to have Asta. He is, of course, the main character of the show. Not best boy of the show, but main character. I'm going to have to put him at about an A tier. I don't really find him that annoying. Like, even his yelling, I don't mind. I'm a big Naruto fan, so a main character yelling is nothing new to me. But I'm just going to have to put him here in A tier. Charmy, easy S tier. I have not a bad thing to say about Charmy. I think her comedy moments in the series are very funny. I very much enjoy both sets of her magic. And I just love Charmy. Like, she's such a good character. She's very enjoyable. Up next, we're going to have Finral. Now, Finral's a little tricky, because personally, I do really like Finral a lot. But the way he acts around the ladies can be a little not great, and can be a little grating on me at times. However, I love this man so much, and I hope that he's able to change as a person so he can be with the woman he loves. But we're going to put him at an A tier, and after all, spatial magic, super useful, very cool ability. Up next, we have Gauche, or Gauche. That's going to be a D tier. I do like his mirror magic, but he's too much about the sister love. Like, it's a little concerning, honestly. But yeah, I think he's probably gonna be the only D tier. Gordon, I have such a big soft spot in my heart for Gordon, because one, I love like poison powers, but also he's a really nice, good guy. Once you like get to know him, it takes a lot to get him out of his shell, and with his appearance, you may not want to get him out of his shell because you don't know what's going on. But I think I'm gonna have to put Gordon here at a B tier. Now, Gray. Oh, sweet baby Gray. You're gonna have to go in C tier, and the reason I'm gonna put Gray in C tier is because of how hard she is simping for Gauche. Knowing that unless she just transferred into Marie, she has no chance. But other than that, I'm super excited and want to learn more about what the actual nature of her magic really is, and why the Dark Triad guy thinks that she is also an arcane stage. Okay, I know I said Gauche was going to be the only D tier, but I'm also going to have to put Henry down there in D tier. He's just kind of there for me. I do like him making the hideout into a mech. I did very much enjoy the scene of Henry, Gray, and Gordon all protecting the hideout with their lives, and them all kind of like stepping up to the plate, like how the rest of the squad has been. I thought that was a super nice moment, and it just really solidified this as my second favorite magic guild behind the Fairy Tail Guild. But again, he just kind of came out of nowhere. Wasn't expecting it. Thought it was pretty cool, but he hasn't had any good character moments since after making the hideout a mech twice. I would like to spend a little bit more time with him. Lieb. Now, Lieb is the newest member introduced. I know he's not an actual member of the Black Bulls, but I feel like kind of similar with, I don't know if anybody watching this is caught up with One Piece, but how Jinbei's joining the Straw Hats once they get done beating Kaido and maybe Big Mom. We'll see. We'll see what Oda's doing with that. But I'm going to have to put him in a B tier. He could go up. He could go down. He's basically just devil version of Asta. I do like that they are essentially just adoptive brothers. And plus, I really like it. I know I didn't pick the picture for it, but his little, once they do their little union, his little form, that's super cute. All right, so moving on, we're gonna have luck. I'm actually gonna do luck and magnet in the same tier because I feel like they essentially are. You kind of can't have one without the other. So if I have to judge them together, I think I'm gonna have to put them both in A tier. I very much like their dynamic that they have with each other, always pushing each other to be better. Kind of like how Asta and Yuno are, but just on a more toned down scale. Since of course they're not the main characters. But yeah, I think both of these two, for me personally, would go into A tier. Love them a lot. Noct, I'm gonna have to put into a B tier. Again, he is the actual newest full member introduced. I do like his power set. I enjoyed his backstory. I don't like how he hates Yami, even though it really wasn't Yami's fault for what happened. But yeah, I'm just gonna have to put him in B tier. Depending on how the Spade Kingdom arc fully plays out, he may go up, he may go down, he may just stay in B tier. We will find out hopefully later this year. Nero, I'm just gonna call her Nero. I always forget how to pronounce her actual name. S tier. I very much like how she was essentially there since the beginning. She helped Asta out a lot. I very much like her character design. I like her backstory with the first Wizard King. I think that she's a super neat character to have. Noelle. Ooh, this is tough because I don't want to have this list too top heavy, but I do really like. You know what? Sorry, Noct, you're gonna go down to C tier. Everything I said still stands, but I feel like Noct's gonna go down to C tier, so that way I can put Noelle in B tier because this is a character whose I think growth is just so phenomenal. Phenomenal. Y'all know what English is hard, okay? But from barely being able to make a water bubble to making a full mermaid armor in an area where mana control is extremely difficult. That's just huge. Huge growth. Granted, she is still a little bit of tsundere towards Asta, but that's just how she is. But I'm just super proud of her growth, honestly. Another person whose growth I'm proud of, that's gonna be Vanessa. I think Vanessa is another solid character. I very much also like her design. I like how she got her cat. I think she's awesome. But I don't like her as much as the people above her on the list, but I do definitely like her more than the people below her on this list. The last two, they're going to be a bit of a cop-out here, but God, Yami makes me go feral. Anytime this man does anything, I am up on my seat, I'm yelling, I'm excited. Yami's the fucking man, and you cannot change my mind on this. Yami, you know what? Here we go, doing it live. Doing it live for y'all here. I'm not even going to edit this part out. This is staying in. Yami gets his own tier. He's going into the GOAT tier because he is literally the greatest of all time. Just best dad in the whole show. He's the greatest. I hope, fingers crossed, we're able to save Yami because I will be devastated if he ends up not being around after the Spade Kingdom. And then Zora's going to be another S tier. Again, I like his design. I like his magic set. I like how he's kind of just out here doing hood rat shit and not taking any crap from the nobles or anything like that. And I very much like how he was brought into the story as kind of like a red herring and then found out that he's actually part of the guild, or I guess the Magic Knight Squad. I got Fairy Tale on the mind, sorry, but yeah. So this is going to be my tier list for all the current Black Bulls members. If y'all agree or disagree, feel free to let me know in the comments. But that's about all for this one. See y'all next time. Have a great rest of your night.